guys, Art's Backpacking 360. I hope everybody's doing well. Alright man, so today I'm stoked. We're going to do a quick video on food cache for 5 days, 4 nights into the Trinity Alps Wilderness. And I'm anticipating it to be really awesome. Okay, so we're going to do a quick overview. We're not going to get too in-depth. I'm just going to show you what I'm taking. We'll talk about it just a little bit and try to keep the video short so we're not wasting a lot of time. We'll be doing another video later on that we can maybe get into a lot of meal planning and a little bit of nutrition and stuff that I think is really important. So for today, let's just see what I'm going to eat, okay? Okay, here's everything laid out, man. This is about 8 pounds worth of food, which is enough for about 4 days. Well, yeah, I'm actually about 1.75 pounds, so I'll have to weigh it up and look and see. They figure about 2 pounds of food per person per day. I'm in the ballpark, so I may add a little item or two to this. We'll see. At any rate, we have granola and powdered milk for breakfast. Throughout the middle of the day, we have organic corn chips, organic trail mix. We have Mother's Cookies, organic wheat thins. We have smoked aged Swiss and salami, and these wonderful all-natural turkey snack sticks, which I have some reservations about. So maybe somebody might want to give me their opinion. We have some freeze-dried Mountain House meals, which I've kind of dolled them up just a little bit. We have coffee. We have a bunch of packets of power packs. They're basically minerals, which are really super important when you're out on the trail and it's going to be warm and you're going to be sweating and drinking a lot of water. And my daily supply of all my vitamins and supplements that I take, okay? So that's everything laid out in a bundle that'll all go into my bear canister, and it barely fits, and it's all going to work good. So, all right, let's talk about it for a second. Okay, so first up, breakfast is a type of a granola. It's the one that I got is called Northern Gold, and it's got a lot of sugar and a lot of calories. And I put the powdered milk in there. The sugar in there and the dried raspberries and blueberries kind of makes the powdered milk a little bit more palatable. Because let's face it, nothing says I love you more than non-fat powdered milk. Okay. Really, no matter what, if you're accustomed to drinking whole milk, all right, powdered milk, non-fat, it's really not going to cut it for you. So I put it in with this Northern Gold. There's a lot of different kinds of granolas that you can get on the market that have lots of dried berries and different types of natural sugar in them that will make the powdered milk a lot more palatable. Okay, I also make the powdered milk a little bit richer than what the directions call for because I like the extra protein. You can also add to that like a vanilla whey protein powder. You can mix it in with the powdered milk. It'll up your protein content a little bit, and it'll give that powdered milk a little bit richer flavor. Just be careful that you don't mix it too much because it does make it thicker, and you don't want to end up with a thick soup type cereal. Okay, you still want it to taste like a bowl of cereal in the morning. Stay away from things like Rice Krispies and Corn Flakes. They just don't have enough calories in them. A bowl of those things and you're going to be starving in an hour. So we're not going to go into too much detail on alternatives. So straight up, we have organic corn chips. There's like 5 ingredients in there. They're all healthy. Organic safflower and sunflower oil. And so I consider that to be a fun, yummy source of carbs and some extra sodium to deplete what you're going to sweat out. And they're good. I love corn chips. Okay. Trail mix. Made it up myself. You can mix trail mixes any way you want. You don't have to buy the stuff that comes pre-mixed. I personally do not like those little papaya things that are in there. They look like worm casings or something. They're nasty. I can't eat them. So I make my own. It's all organic. It's raw cashews and almonds, dark chocolate covered cranberries and raisins and some other goodies in there. If that's a little bit bland for you, you can always make it 80% raw organic and then add a small can of like those honey roasted peanuts or something that's got a little bit of salt in there, and so you'll get that richer flavor that you like without having to eat the entire can of roasted Planters peanuts, because those things really aren't very good for you. So next up, aged Swiss cheese and some gourmet salami. Yeah, salami is obviously not super healthy for you, but it's lots of calories, it's got protein, and it tastes good. I mean, that's part of the experience of being out on the trail backpacking, is that you get to eat some good stuff, because I don't normally ever eat salami at home, nor do I eat corn chips, and trail mix I don't eat. This is all stuff I keep. Everything I eat at home, stays at home. Stuff I eat out on the trail stays out on the trail. In other words, anything that's out on the trail is not stuff that I eat at home, and vice versa. Backpacking is a unique experience, and so you want your food to be as unique as your trip. So you don't want to be eating something out on the trail, at least for me, you don't want to be eating something out on the trail that you eat at home, okay? When you go camping is when you break down and you do the bacon and the eggs and the stuff that's not that healthy for you that you normally would eat healthier at home. At least how's for me. So moving on, we have some Garrett Valley all natural turkey snack sticks, okay? No nitrites, no nitrates, and enough said about those. Can't imagine what parts of the turkey they use to make a snack stick. Anybody want to venture a guess? Yeah, me neither. So we'll see. I'm taking them along just for fun, and if they don't taste good, I don't know, feed them to the marmots. So cookies. I've got Mother's Oatmeal cookies here, and they're pretty tough. They hold up well in the pack, and it is part of the cookie rule. It specifically states in the book, page 27, if you look and see, it says any person or persons venturing into the wilderness or wilderness-like area is required to take cookies, okay? The rule does not specify how much you need to take or whether you can mix and match. Doesn't give any specifics, it just says you have to take cookies. So to make sure that I pass the rule, I take Mother's Oatmeal cookies. Since we're talking about cookies, it's important that you note things like shortbread cookies, I would not take them. Within 2 days of being on the trail, you will have shortbread cookie dust. Okay, those things just crumble and disintegrate and they fall apart in your backpack. They don't hold up well. There's a lot of other cookies that do the same thing. Chocolate covered cookies, anything with milk chocolate covered cookies, they will melt if you're backpacking in the heat. You're going to have a nasty gooey mess on your hands. Don't even, trust me, it's been there, done that. It doesn't work. Okay, so go with a cookie that holds up well. These Mother's Oatmeals hold up pretty good. Oreos hold up real well. Look for a good, hard, crunchy cookie. Might not be as good as that nice soft cookie that you like, but your soft cookie will not hold up in your pack, okay, unless you plan on eating it right away on the first day, okay. Organic wheat thins, okay, those are for the salami and the cheese. They are much, much healthier for you than the Nabisco variety that has all the hydrogenated oils and everything in there. Those things are garbage. These are much better. To me, they taste pretty much like a regular wheat thin. So again, more carbs. Carbs, protein, carbs, fats, protein, fats, carbs. You can kind of see where I'm going. You're looking at lots of protein, lots of carbs, and lots of fats when you're backpacking. At least for me, I don't have much in the way of body fat, so I need to really eat. And, well, we won't even get into people that say, well, I'll just burn a little bit of extra body fat. Body fat is not a good primary source of energy. It needs to be burned in the fire of carbohydrates, and that'll be another video. We'll talk about that later. So make sure you get plenty of your carbs and proteins, okay? Next up, we have 4 freeze-dried meals from Mountain House here, and I think I've got beef stew and what's the other one? Stroganoff, which I pretty much like, okay? And they come packaged up like this. I take them out of the package, and I take the 2-serving size and split it up into 2 meals, and then I went out into my garden and I got a couple of zucchini and a summer squash, blanched them, chilled them in the water real quick, and then dehydrated them and added those vegetables in with the freeze-dried meal. So I get a little bit of extra vegetable, try to get a little bit of something healthy out of these things, because I don't think that a freeze-dried meal, I don't know, I'd like to read the science on just how healthy those things are for you. Okay, inside that package you will get something that looks like this. Okay, no, that is not a seasoning packet. Okay, do not sprinkle this over your food. It specifically states on there, do not eat. It says specifically, ageless oxygen absorber. Okay, so, already running out of breath. How you like that? So, yeah, whatever that stuff is in there, man, don't open it up thinking that it's a little sprinkle packet that you can sprinkle over your food, okay? So, coffee, have enough coffee for 2 cups every morning and a cup in the afternoon, which I thoroughly enjoy. And a cup of coffee in the afternoon goes good with what? That's right, cookies. Don't forget the cookie rule. Very important stuff, okay? Vitamins, enough said about that. I use them in these little tiny Ziploc baggies that look like they're little sandwich baggies for little chipmunk sandwiches or something. They work great, okay? It says right on there, easy dose. Anything that you can mix up in advance or prepare in advance of your trip will make your life that much easier when you're on the trail. So, depending on what you're taking, take a look and see what you can mix up. And be careful, because putting like brown sugar and raisins in with your oatmeal and then vacuum sealing it, I've seen that done. And the moisture from the brown sugar and the raisins gets in with the oatmeal, and it can either cause it to mildew, or it just turns it into one big nasty hard clump, and not so cool. So be careful what you're mixing. All right. Last but not least, power packs, which are nothing more than trace minerals. Okay, there's no sugar, there's no calories in here. It's not meant to be used as a source of energy. It is simply for rehydrating. 1,200 milligrams of vitamin C, which is a lot. It's got more than the Emergency does. This stuff's way better than something like Gatorade. If you look at Gatorade, it is garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Don't even bring that stuff into the house. It's got like 3 different kinds of sugar, a couple different kinds of food coloring in it. It's got very few minerals, if anything at all, really. I don't think it has any trace minerals. There's nothing in there that Gatorade has to offer. I mean, if you're starving to death on the trail, yeah, maybe, but there's much better answers out there than that stuff. So this has got a whole bunch of trace minerals, macro and micro minerals. It's got a couple of different little sprinkling of some B vitamins and a couple of other antioxidants. Mixes up really easy in a glass of water, and super, super good. Comes in 3 different flavors, I think. Raspberry, lemon, and I forget what the other one is, grape or cherry or something. Check them out. A box of 32. It's like $11 online at Amazon, and they're super good. And just throw them in your pack. You can keep them in your emergency kit for day hikes, whatever. Okay, they're super good stuff. So that covers it. Enough said about that. Be watching for a upcoming video on my trip. Hopefully everything goes well, and we'll put something together really cool for you. I appreciate you guys watching, and as always, hike fun, hike safe, and we'll see you on the trail.
Second stage is cut. We're now in orbit. Stabilizers up. Running perfect. Starting to